much, ladies and gentlemen, for inviting me to this wonderful gathering. As was indicated, I serve as the Secretary of State, and I've had the great pleasure of serving in this capacity for the past 13 and a half years, and my mission is to make sure and help the roads of Illinois to be the safest ever. In my other life, I've had the great pleasure of serving as the coach and founder of the Jesse White Tumbler team, and that has lasted for a period of 52 and a half years, because I believe that when you come through this world and become successful, you have to give back. 1,500 shows this year with 7 units, and every year we have the great pleasure of performing in your wonderful parade on Devon Avenue. I believe that when you come through this world and you become successful, you have to give back. I also believe, too, that every day you have to do something good for someone. Dr. Martin Luther King was my minister when I was a youngster in college, and Rosa Parks was a lady who refused to move to the back of the bus. And so the people in Montgomery decided that they wanted to desegregate the Montgomery transit system. And so I had the great pleasure of seeing Dr. King for at least 100 times during the 4 years I was in college. He was my minister at Alabama State. And he said, thank you. And so he had the charge of helping to desegregate the Montgomery transit system. And so he said, I'm going to do this, but I have to do it under nonviolent means. He said, I'm a student of Gandhi. And Gandhi helped the Indians to get their independence from the British. And he used the nonviolent means approach. I want to use the same approach to help desegregate the Montgomery transit system. He says if someone were to strike you on one cheek, you turn the other so they can strike you on the other. And I said, Dr. King, you know I'm from Chicago, and we don't operate like that. And so as it turned out, we were successful in desegregating the Montgomery transit system. And I left Walter High School, which is Lincoln Park High School now, on the north side of the city of Chicago. And so I left an integrated environment to attend the school in the segregated South. And I teach my young people and the people within the sound of my voice that they should not ever spend any time disliking anyone because of race, creed, or color. That is the utmost card in the deck. Cannot play that when you're yet remaining a part of my program. About 8 years ago, I was in dire need of a knee replacement. Actually, 2 knees at the same time. And so I went to Northwestern Hospital, and this doctor was Dr. Rana. And so someone said to me, I heard that you're going to have surgery on your knees. Who's going to do the surgery? I said, Dr. Rana. He said, he's a foreign doctor? I said, yeah, he's either from India or Pakistan. I don't care where he's from. I don't care how he spells his name. I don't care about his color of skin or his religion. I'm concerned about him being a good surgeon. And as it turned out, I was in the hospital for 10 days for surgery, recovery, and rehab, and I have not missed a beat since, and I've sent 45 of my friends to him, and all of them have had successful operations and surgery. So I just want you to know that within my heart, I believe that there's this big, wide, wonderful world out there, and we have to learn to live in peace and harmony with one another. And I want to especially thank your wonderful, wonderful president, Mr. Mawani, for his leadership with the NFIA. And I think you started this wonderful program back in 1980. It's an organization that's designed to put a lot of emphasis on education. Of course, you're going to get involved with the political process. Being a political person, I believe that everyone should get registered to vote and come out and discharge their civic responsibilities. If you don't vote, you cannot use your gripe rights. You cannot complain about anything in society. Because here in Chicago, we talk about our sports and we talk about our politics. You cannot talk about the political process if you have not participated in it. And of course, you do a lot of things to help our young people grow tall and straight. These young people are going to help run this great country of ours. We have to make sure that we give them the tools that are necessary for them to grow tall and straight. And of course, there's a business aspect of this NFIA, and we just want to applaud, commend, and thank you for sharing your products, for getting involved in what we do in order to provide the people of this country and your country with the fruits of your labor. And so with that, I just want you to know that Since I run the largest Secretary of State office, I have 4,000 employees, $396 million budget, 138 offices, and 23 agencies. I'm the head librarian for the state of Illinois with 5,000 libraries that come by jurisdiction. We distribute $77 million a year in helping individuals become better educated and better informed. Trustee, to help individuals become better educated and better informed. It's a win-win situation for all of us, and teach them how to speak English as a second language. We win with that. And so with that, enjoy this wonderful conference. I'm glad you selected Chicago. I hope that you spend a lot of money here, because I know that we have a lot of people from out of state. We want you to especially take the river walk, the tour of the river walk, and then you get a chance to see how beautiful our buildings are, how tall they are, and you get a chance to learn a little bit more about Chicago. And I usually go, I eat Indian food probably once a week. I go to India House over on Grand Avenue, Clay Oven, Tiffin, Gaylord, Flash Roy, and that's what I'm all about. I'm a true member of the family. So I've enjoyed my stay here. I have to go on to another event. But I also want you to remember too, love your fellow man and woman. Do all you can to help our young people go to all the streets. Do all you can to help our senior citizens who help to make this country and your country one of the finest countries on the face of the earth. I know that you have the largest democracy in the world, and it's called family. And in the Italian community and in the Hispanic community, they use the words La Familia. La Familia means the family. I'm glad to be a part of yours, and I hope you will continue to embrace me as being a part of yours. Thank you.